Hello and welcome to my channel. Bit different today. There again, I say that every time, don't I? Tins. Yes, the tins in front of me or at the side of me, to be correct, have been gathering of late. You know what I'm like. If you've been seeing my videos, I can't do one of anything. And then once I start doing, it goes more and more and more. So I'm going to bore you silly now and show you all my tins. But I'll show you what's in the tins. That's hopefully not as boring. This was my first tin. Yeah. From our little shop in Leon Solent, I got that one. And he had a kit in there for making your own ragdoll. Never made the ragdoll, but I like the tin. There's the backs of them. Yeah. In this one, which is my go-to for everything mainly, it has leftover cotton, it has scissors, it has needles, it has thicker for when I do my slow stitching. I like to do it in that. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty boring tin. It's a sewing kit basically, and that's my go-to tin for almost everything. That was just, it run out on my sewing machine, so I thought, well, I won't throw that away. I'll use that thread up first, and if I did a small snippet roll, that would go on there. It'd be a pretty small roll though, wouldn't it? So that's the go-to tin. Won't shut at the moment. Let's put him down there. Now he shuts. That's the go-to tin. Then I went back and I got another one. As I would. I went back and got watercolour set on the go. Yeah. No, I've not used the set, but... Oh, there it is in the top. That's apparently what you get. So you get a couple of brushes, a couple of paints, a dish, and a little pad. Not bad. In this, it has ready cut circles for me to make up flowers. The made up ones are in one of the other tins. You'll see them soon. So it's just a matter of literally 5 pieces. You want 5 circles per flower. Cottons are good because they will, you as you're sewing it, you sort of got to pull your thread in. Don't use a thin thread because it just keeps snapping. But you can do them, even down to many pretties. So that's what's in that tin, and that's ready to make bitties. Now I don't know what's in any of them in particular, so we'll just pick one and go for it. Turkish Delight. You all had that in your time, haven't you? I got it off eBay, this tin, actually. I thought, I fancy that. But I did the old, like the advert on telly of he tries to go for a 3-piece suite and he gets a doll's house set. Well, I thought this was quite a big tin. It's not. Not to worry. It's a nice tin. And inside, I have some little sticky-on-y bits. Yeah, there's some pretty flash buttons in there. Bit different. So he's got all sorts of things in there, like bees and mushrooms, toadstools. So it come in handy for something. There's always something, isn't there, that you can do with these. So that was that one. Ooh. Next, what do you want next? This big one. I got this one at Haskins at West End. It was in the kiddie section, as it would be, but I loved it. I just thought, it's such a pretty tin. So I had to have it. Oh, there's a price on the back even still. $12.99. That's quite a lot for an empty tin, but I like the tin, and I was having it. Ah, okay, so in this one it's got offcuts. For, you know, when you do your couching, stitching. So it's got all offcuts of bits of wool, bits of thread. It's offcut tin at the moment. That was that one. Next. Yes, well this one started life as a... I couldn't get it back off once I got it on. It was a distressed ink box. But then I got more distressed inks. So they had to go in the shoebox that I decoupaged. But anyway, now this one's got some pretties in. How long have you got? Look at this. Wow, that's pretty big. We've got bows that I've been making up. More bows. They're just bits of material, like little strips, put together in the middle, obviously, and tied up. And you've got lace in, it's like layering. So you've got, there's a, that one, that one, that one, that's another one. And then you've got the butterfly on top, which just pulls it all together. What else we got? Oh, another butterfly one. Again, all different sorts of offcuts of material that you're not going to do anything with. And you just make them into a pretty. Not sure where these would go yet, because they are rather big. There's one. No, that one's a crochet bit with some beading on it that I've done. Then it's got, as I say, lace and material. Oh, another biggie. It's huge. I don't know where that one's going to be able to go, but it's two lots of flowers made up. And that. Now these are little hearty ones. It's got a piece of my material, my art material on it. It's got a bead. It's got slow stitching. I like that. I haven't done anything on the back because that would probably just go straight onto something, so you wouldn't need another back. Ooh. There's a pinky one. With stitching and hearts and shapes and flowers and all sorts. And then the biggest one is this one. With art again and crochet. I found myself some really little hooks and thread. So I started crocheting really little bits for my embellishments. So that was that tin. That was my big square tin. Obviously, because those couple of flowers are absolutely huge, I took a bigger tin for it. We don't want to get all these mixed up, do we? Okay. That'll be the crochet hooks one. At least I can tell what's in this one. Yes, it's got crochet threads. It's got a set of really small, can't even see the end bits on them, crochet hooks. There's a 0.75, there's a 1.4, there's an 8.85, a 1.5, a 1.10, a 1.25, a 60mm, 0.60. Loads of them. Oh dear. Well, it was a set. I couldn't just get one, so I got the set, as you do. And then it's got all my threads in there that you'll make up the little embellishments with by crocheting them this time instead of sewing them. So that's what's in the doggy and chicken. Put him over there. Next. That's a small one again. This was another eBay one. I thought, oh, that'd be nice. Anyway, it was quite small. I'll get something in there, no doubt. Oh, yes, I've got some extras. So these go on the top of the crochet, all the material stuff. There's the butterflies. Then I've got some, they're quite heavy, like leafy bits. But in the main, it was just a big pack of those. I did have a go at trying to do little bows with material. Wasn't too fussed on them. But you never know. They might come in handy for something. So that, again, no matter what the size of these tins, I'll get something in them. That was a nice one. Teapots. And the tartan again. Must have been shortbread at one time in its life. Oh, yes it was. I do like shortbread. But that was an eBay one, so it was empty. What have we got in this? Different again. These, excuse me, you do these with paper. Wallpaper. And you can see it's the crocheted middles. So with these, you just do a long strip. And then you, excuse me, you round it on itself to give you your shape. And then on the back, you put a piece, because you've got either gluing or you've got stapling in there. You can staple them together first, and you can glue if you want. And you can glue your bits on the front. So this is what was happening. That's a little sewn one, and that's obviously a crocheted bit from me. And just a bit covering up the back. Ooh, there's a pretty. I do like pretty ones. So it's got a piece of material, just cut round. Cut round. I'll think of the scissors in a minute anyway. And it's got a pretty stuck in there. And a bit on the back. I was actually using my glue gun. I don't use my glue gun for much, but it came in handy for these ones. That was those little flowers in the little tin. More little crochet bits. Oh, and here's a pretty. Obviously, it depends on what wallpaper you get. Now, we found that if you go into like B&Q, or in this case, this was actually the range at Gosport, they have got wallpaper rolls for sale. And then they have rolls at the front that you can unwind and take yourself a piece off. Oh dear, Lynn was in there with hubby. Give me a piece of that, give me a piece of that. And this is where you get all the different coloured wallpapers from. You just borrow it from the range. Yes, I know it's naughty. I'm not going to put it on my walls, and I'm not really testing it against my walls. And there's all sorts of moral things going on here. But if you were testing it for your home, it wouldn't be any good afterwards. You'd just throw that bit away, wouldn't you? So I'm using the throwaway bits. It's my reckoning anyway. Right, how we doing? It seems to be, this is going to be a pretty long video. He's a nice one. He's a nice one. He would have been at Hillier's Garden Centre at West End, and he had 2 packs of biscuits in him. Bargain, biscuits and a tin. I won't show you all of these. We'd be here forever. See, they even fall out. You've got yo-yos. You've got the little flowers. Little flowers. You've got, what else have we got? Oh, more yo-yos. Just pretties. There are some small bows that I did. You know, the bit of the putting all the different bits on. Yeah, so that's a nice big one. Big yo-yo. So I won't go through all these because I'll just drive you crazy. That was a pretty. So that was that tin. Just so much, so much. And now I'm thinking, I've got all this made. Where on earth am I going to put it all? I've no idea. Okay, IKEA even comes into play here. Biscuit tin, of course. I do like biscuits. What's in my biscuit tin here? Oh, it's my spare threads. Falling out. All sorts of spare threads for my sewing projects. That's apart from the ones that are actually in the boxes, you know, already wrapped round their little holders. That's my spares in that one. This was a nice one. Chickens and baby chickens. Now this was over at the Hailing hardware store and he was £8.99. No biscuits. Not a bad thing with me, but nice tin. Now this has my heart kit in it. Easily said. It's my little templates for when I want to do a heart one. And I was liking it on this material, which is like a bit of a quilted wadding. It stretches, but the hearts were nice on that. So this one is just a heart kit tin. I got carried away with the tins. I've got everything in the tins now. What have we got in this one? Oh, that sounds a bit heavy, didn't it? Ooh, that'll be my sewing one. Another sewing one. Yes. That was the other kit one that went a bit astray there. It's got a bit mixed up. But it's all my little sewing threads when they sit nicely. There we go. And it's got my pinchy scissors in that one. They're not proper scissors, they're just funny ones. I've got some spares there. And I have not got too many needles in this one. Just a few needles on a little bit. Got a threader, in case I need it. Ah, there's a white one in there. So, that is another sewing kit to go. Because what I can do, you see, if I fold up a piece of my work, it will go quite nicely into there. Just sit in there. You take one tin out. You've got all your entertainment in a tin for that day. Let's not get too carried away. Not many more. You're all right. 3 to go. eBay. Just a very old tin. I wonder if it's dated. Oh, there you go. Best before 19th of the 9th, 2012. So, it was just a tin off eBay. Oh, she's been crocheting with the small crochet hooks. Look at these. Just different wool and different little bobbly bits. That was one of the other ones that had bits on it. These are really cuties. I like these. I wonder if you could, just swapping over there, I wonder if you could stitch two together like a yo-yo, and you would have a ball shape for fiddling with. One idea anyway. What else we got? Oh, that was a different coloured one. Little roundy doily effort with a flower on. But you can see that's what's going on in this tin. It's the little crocheted efforts from the small hooks. Being, instead of amazing, isn't it? You can go from my blinking great blanket on a size 4 hook, and you come down to about a 125 hook, and you make little bobbly things. Go from one to the other. Your hand's thinking, what's going on? What's she going to do next? 2 more left. That one and that one. That one I got in Bosom, in the craft place at Bosom. Now, he did have biscuits in it. Oh dear. He had oat biscuits with dark chocolate chip. Clearly there's no biscuits in there now. No, they're in Led's tummy. And in this one, I found these at Bosom as well. It was 5 metres for £5. Now, to me, that sounds a blooming good bargain, because you can't get much for £1, and for a metre, it just doesn't happen. And to get 5, of course, I had to have 2 of them. There you go. Embroidery anglaise, 5 metres, £5. Bargain. What else has it got? Oh, it's got my ribbons that keep moving around, because I've not got to do my ribbons yet. Not brave the doing ribbon flowers. And then I had a kit off of, that's a ribbon, a kit off of Etsy. that I thought, oh, that was really nice, so I'm going to get the kit. It had, if you saw the video before, the circle piece of sewing that had a big white flashy bit on there. That was out of this kit as well. And that's a pretty from it. I do like that one. But the thing was, the cost of it, I thought personally, was a bit high for what I got back. Now, I could be wrong. Perhaps I'm just being, I don't know, ungrateful or whatever, that someone's taken the time to put a kit together for me and I've chosen it and I saw the bits in it and I still bought it. So, self-inflicted, I think. It's got a couple of little bits in there. But I should be a bit more wary on what I get. Very nice, but an expensive for me. I mean, I could have put all those on one panel. And that would have made it far too expensive. Moving along. Last tin. Where's this one from? Oh, Hailing again. $10.99. Last tin. No bickies, no bickies. Oh, and his attached lid. You remember I showed you right up the front the little circles that we make into flowers? This is how they come out. You use 5 circles, sew them together, and obviously depending on what material you use, these can be really pretty. Really pretty. Don't think I've put these on anything yet, but they're ready to go the minute I want them. Even did a plain one. Yes, she can't just do one. She has to do lots. There you go. Okay, you've survived. That's all the embellishments I've been making. What are they called, embellishments? Tops? I don't know. That's all the tins I have, and there won't be any more tins because I can't get them in the unit. This lot fills up one section of the unit behind me, so no more tins. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've waffled on for quite a while this time, but there was a lot to see, and I hope it inspires you, not necessarily to get a load of tins, but to start making your own bitty bits that you're going to put on your slow stitching. Perhaps you just want one piece of material, one piece, and then just put one of each. So it's like a sampler. Something to think about. On that note, I've got to go. Do give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe. Sorry about the time I've kept you here. But it's been fun. Well, I've enjoyed myself anyway. I should say. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye for now.